Well, Jason, a big thank you for joining us. And first as first, big congratulations for making it through to the fourth round of the Challenge Cup. Quite a run you've been on, win against Bridgend. But that game in the second round, if you could take your mind back to that, against the Army, what an encounter. Walk us through it.
Well, it's any game from the Navy against the Army, it's almost like Derby Day. It's always very competitive. The Army are a very well-drilled, tough side, very fit, and it's always a really good matchup generally. We've had over the years we've had some success against the Army. They've had some against us. We haven't beaten for a couple of years, and obviously there's been the break in COVID, so we haven't really had a lot of play at all. But this is the first time we've actually played the Army in a few years, and it was a really tough game and a really good win for us, and it was a great day, a great experience, and a great way to win. And to do it in the Challenge Cup made it even more special,
Yeah, I mean, you were nil, weren't you? About 10 minutes to go. You had to get two tries back, and I mean, incredible determination.
We were 10-0 down. I mean, we never felt like we were out of control. We never felt that we were going to be beat. But obviously, when the clock's ticking down and the minutes are going towards the end, and you're in the last 10 minutes, you're starting to think, are we going to pull this back at all? But we had every confidence that the guys could, and they had the ability to. And they turned it on in the last 7-8 minutes and scored 2 tries, really good tries as well, which kind of set it up for the golden point extra time. And the try that was scored in that was just phenomenal. So to do it in the manner in which we'd done was even better, But not taken away from the Army, they were a great side. They put up a great performance, but it was a great win for us on the day.
Yeah, I just want to talk about the winning try just for a second, because in rugby league, you go right to left, left to right, don't you? And you get the odd dummy pass. I've never seen one at 180 degrees before. I mean, everyone went for it. Even I went for it. I thought, they're going to go for the drop goal there, aren't they? And you know what?
Well, I think the only one that knew exactly what was going on was James Tilley. And it was extremely clever, and that probably helped to sell it, And James was just, to be able to think that clearly, under that much pressure with what was on the line, and to be able to pull that off was phenomenal. And he actually, it was so unselfish because he kind of went to set up for the drop goal, went 180, went to go in. Since there were people coming from the left-hand side, and he probably could have touched that himself, but didn't, chose to pass it to Joey Sugden, and he went in just to make sure we scored a try. So that was a real touch of class from James Tilley, and really unselfish as well,
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about York Acorn as well, because the Army's one challenge, but then to take on a team from the Heartlands like that, that was a brilliant performance, wasn't it, against York Acorn?
Yeah, it is. And when you think that was our 4th game back in 2 years. So we had a game against the Chargers last November, and that was our first game back after COVID. Kind of new bunch of exciting players, young lads that would come in to kind of bolster up the more senior guys. So we had the London Chargers game, then we had the Challenge Cup run, so with the Bridgend Bulls in the Army, which we kind of discussed. And we just seem to get better and better each game. So this young team is kind of forming a really good unit, and they're really well coached under Steve Lockton. And they're coming together really well, and we seem to be getting stronger and stronger. So we don't feel that we've reached any sort of peak yet, considering we've only had 4 games together as a unit and a handful of training sessions, So we feel that we've got a lot more to build on. So we weren't surprised with the win against York Acorn, or the performance really. It's more about the performance, and then the result kind of takes care of itself. But we weren't surprised with the performance at all. We were very pleased with it. York Acorn are a good side and a recognised side in the conference. So it was another really good win. And we had actually quite a dominant performance for a fair percentage of the game. And that's not to take anything away from York. They were a great side. But we had a really dominant performance in the first half. And then we let them back into it. And they're not a team that you can you can open up to and let them back in. So they had us on our line for about 15, 20 minutes. We let in a couple of tries, but when they absorbed that pressure and came back again, and we finished strong in the last 15, 20. So it was a really good match, and I think a really competitive match. But I think we got a deserved result at the end, which set us up for this game against Batley Bulldogs on Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. Live on the BBC website and the Red Button, Batley Bulldogs taking on the Royal Navy. What's the mood in camp like? We're recording this on Friday morning, but you all must be buzzing.
Oh, they are. I mean, to get a team like ours, we're a representative side, so we're an amateur side, obviously, but we're a representative side. So we don't play like teams like York Acorn, or Bridgend Bulls. We don't play on a regular basis every week in a league. We are a rep side, and we get together when we can, and we have a number of fixtures throughout the year with the inter-services against the Army and the RAF, and around September time is our pinnacle of the season. So as a rep side, we get rare opportunity to get together in comparison to a league side or a team that plays regular up north. So to get a group together and to get this kind of run, they're absolutely buzzing. And to get to the fourth round of the Challenge Cup, it's unprecedented for Royal Navy Rugby League in our 25 years existence. We've been to the third round before on a couple of occasions, but we've never got to the fourth. So just for this young group to come together, they're doing absolutely fantastic. They're creating history within RNRL already, and they've only been together a few months. So it's a really good time. It's a really exciting time to be involved in Navy Rugby League again. And I've been involved for a few years now, like the coach himself, and we've seen lots of different teams come through with lots of different phases and lots of different types of success over the years. But this is a kind of a real good group of lads, and there's a lot more to come from this group, yeah, I think. But yeah, they're really buzzing, yeah.
And with regards to the impact this is having as well, obviously the Royal Navy have loads of different teams for different sports, but like you said, this is an historic cup run that the rugby league side are on at the moment. What kind of impact is this having? What kind of good news vibes are spreading across the Royal Navy at the moment, thanks to this cup run you're on?
Well, the Royal Navy are very proud of all the sports teams, but at the minute, I think they're particularly proud of Royal Navy Rugby League and what they're doing. Not just for sport, but for what they're doing for the Royal Navy. I mean, this is a great opportunity to show the Royal Navy in a really good light, and the boys are doing that. The boys are doing that. So yeah, I think they're pretty excited. I work within the people support area, which looks after all Royal Navy sport. So the buzz is coming from within, and it's spreading out. So yeah, it's a really exciting time for sport and for the Royal Navy. So yeah, brilliant.
And you've played a conference side, you've played a team from Wales, you played the Army. Can you cause an upset, do you think, this weekend against the Batley Bulldogs? And how do you become that banana skin? Because the quality's there in that squad. Looking outside the window, the sun's shining all of a sudden. Don't know how that's happened. So I mean, what do you think for this weekend? What do you think the major challenges are?
So we know what Batley Bulldogs are capable of. They're obviously a very good side. We've got a lot of respect for them. However, sport is sport, and upsets can happen in sport. All we can do and all we have done as a team is prepare like we normally do, and we prepare this fixture just like any other fixture. All the processes and systems have been in place and will be in place, and it's about putting in a good performance on Sunday and see what the outcome is. We've no doubt it's going to be a tough challenge, but these guys are tough, fit lads, and we're up for a challenge. And we certainly going up there to make up the numbers. We're going up there like every other game to do our best and win. But we'll see what happens.